Classic All-American Brad Majors. How's it feel? This is like obviously a classic All-American guy, Andrew Durand.
Yeah, no, it feels great. I'm so excited. Brad is such a great character. He comes into the story thinking he knows exactly who he is and what he wants, and that all gets challenged and torn apart and turned upside down, and he has to piece it all back together. So it's really a fun challenge.
Yeah, Brad and Janet are really sort of bringing the audience with them into this world, right? I mean, that's really sort of like you're the entryway into the castle and all the madness.
Yeah. You sort of experience it through our eyes. With the show that we're doing is kind of timeless, but if you were gonna period Brad and Janet, they're sort of like a 50s traditional couple who's like, we're gonna get married and have kids and do this thing, and then we sort of flat tire into disaster.
So what is it? I'm sure, have you done the show before?
I did it when I was 17.
Okay.
At Onstage Atlanta. It doesn't exist anymore, but I played Rocky. I had to tell everyone I was 18 because I wore a gold thong on stage. And that's illegal.
Is that an actual law?
I think so, something like that. Yeah. And just someone came up to me and was like, "If anybody asks, you're 18." And my dad was also in the band in that production.
Oh, wow.
He played the guitar, and they were on stage. So he wore some black lipstick and a leather choker. And so, and it means a lot to be in this show. It's such a part of, cult theater history. And I feel I'm a part of that now. So.
Yeah, it's fun to hear that people were sort of exposed to it as kids. I've heard a few of your co-stars say that now, that it was like this sort of permission to be wild and to play and just sort of open up maybe a world a little bit. Do you feel like it sort of had that? Did you have any idea what was going on at that point in time?
I mean, not really. I know that people were having a really good time, and I loved being a part of that. And I saw the movie with my mom when I was maybe 10 or something like that. And I thought it was really cool. It was one of the first movie musicals I had ever seen. So that was, I don't know, a cool thing to experience.
Yeah. I'm excited for new audiences to experience the stage version, right? I think it's different than the movie in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And just the experience of seeing it live with Broadway talents delivering is exciting. Do you feel like that's going to be an exciting sense of discovery for people coming into the Studio 54?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that one of my favorite things about doing it in Studio 54 is that Sam Pinkleton, our director, keeps saying it's going to feel like it has always been there. And it's going to feel like it always will be there. So the show is sort of seeping into the cracks of what already exists in the theater. And it's going to be a really cool vibe in there, I think. Cool.
Well, yeah, it's supposed to be set like in an old movie theater, right? Just a rundown movie theater. So it actually has its DNA in theater, right? It's back where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, and we are bringing in some of the DNA of the old Studio 54 club into our set. We're going to have little nods to Studio 54 and everything in there. So.
That's awesome. Do you love this music? I mean, you get to sing some classic bangers.
I love it. I love it so much. It's so fun. And the band is going to be on stage too, which is going to be so great. It's going to be a great time.
So who in this cast list, the crazy cast list, which I loved, made you go like, they're going to be in it? I get to work with that person?
Oh my God. I mean, every single one of them, truly. And as we've moved through rehearsal, everyone is so uniquely weird and their own thing, but Sam has cast it brilliantly because we also are all coming together as an ensemble, and it's very cohesive. We're all on the same mission together, and it feels really exciting.
When do you know, like when you're in a rehearsal room, when do you kind of, do you feel like different chemistry for different groups, and like what feels unique about this group? I think Sam leading the production probably adds a lot to the room.
Yeah, I mean, I think there are a lot of people in this room that are non-traditional in their style and their lifestyle, and it's a really exciting gathering of people who maybe aren't as traditional as what you usually see on Broadway. And I think it's creating a really refreshing, exciting production that is just gonna be amazing to see.
Yeah, I'm excited. Good to see you, man. Cool.